Hello students, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Study Restfully. In today's video, I am going to present the line-by-line summary of the poem Ozymandias of Egypt by Romantic poet P.B. Shelley. I met a traveler from an antique land. In this line, the narrator of the poem tells us about his meeting with a traveler from an ancient land. This refers to Egypt in this poem. Next line, who said, "Two vast and trunkless lakes of stone stand in the desert." There is a conversation between the traveler and the narrator where the traveler tells him that there is a statue in the desert with two giant torsoless lakes. Torsoless or trunkless means absence of middle part of the body. Near them on the sand, half sunk, a shattered vessel lies, whose frown, elaborating further on the two huge and imposing legs of the statue, which is now crumbling. The traveler says, which were the remains of the once grand statue are still standing there. The upper part or trunk of the statue is missing, as it appears to have been broken and destroyed over time. This place is covered with sand, and idol too is half covered. The face of the antique piece is also half sunk in the sand. Now let's take the next lines. And wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well does patience read. The traveler then describes the expressions those are reflected on the statue's face. Despite knowing that with time the kingdom had been destroyed and the glory of the king was no more, the expression of arrogance was visible on the stone's face. His face was wrinkled, his lips were wrinkled, and there was a contemptuous and hostile expression on his face. It reflects nothing but a feeling of pride and arrogance. All these reveals his insensitivity and feeling of demeaning others. Now we will read the next part. Which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. The sculptor was aware of the arrogant nature of the king. The sculptor skillfully interpreted the king's emotions on the statue. The king had no respect either for the sculptor or for the two beautiful hands that had created his statue. Next lines, and on the pedestal these words appear, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty and despair." The traveler says that it was a statue of an Egyptian ruler, the great king Ramesses. He was the great pharaoh of the 19th dynasty of ancient Egypt, named Ozymandias. The remains of the statue stood on a stone pedestal. These lines say that there was an inscription written about the king, his feeling proud about himself, about his name and dignity, which clearly shows that the king was full of conceit, self-importance, and pride. He considered others very small in front of him. His words challenge the powerful and say that if anyone tries to surpass his work or try to match him, that person will only get disappointment and frustration. Last three lines, nothing beside remains around the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. The narrator finally shows that despite his arrogant inscription, the king had to bow down before nature. The once vast and great empire had now vanished. There is nothing left in the vast empire. As far as the eye can see, only sand is visible. The great empire and its great king have fallen. The civilization of his time had turned into an uninhabited wasteland. There is nothing immortal in this world. This is where the video ends. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.